So my name is Judy, and I used to work at Namwa as a host. As you can see, Chinatown is changing a lot. A lot of more investors, they're coming into the neighborhood, changing the demographics of this town. And our generation, I think we all took on different roles, and a lot of my peers, they have gone on to working in corporate, and most of them, they don't live in Chinatown anymore. So that's the reality of what Chinatown is now. And even if we look behind you, it's a different vibe. Meaning we're not really preserving Chinatown, we're really catering to the newer people who are coming into the neighborhood. Like the young, Gen Z, hippie, I can spend $20 on a cocktail type of demographic. I think what Namwa symbolizes is the first and second gen Chinese Americans, and a lot of these people working here, they're first gen immigrants, and they come with their work ethic, and they're some of the most hardworking people I know. So this is what I say about eating in Namwa. Every time I take a bite, it just reminds me of the dim sum I used to eat when I was a kid. And as Chinatown continues to shrink, and a lot of these dim sum chefs are moving into Brooklyn, moving into Queens, you don't really get that taste anymore unless you travel to the outer boroughs. So I think that's why Namwa is that important in the community.
So this park is the park where I grew up in, and I lived right across the street, 46 Mulberry Street, for the first 10 years of my life. Yeah, this was the park where we would do recess, where we would do weekend basketball games. You were kind of brought up to be what your parents wanted you to be. You know, could have been a doctor, could have been a lawyer, could have been an accountant, but I'm glad this happened, because I think you learn a lot about being a restaurant owner. Most businesses are not the landowners, so we're more protected in that sense, because if it was a business and then you have a landlord that you're paying rent to, that landlord could sell the building and then you're out of luck. I feel it for a lot of people. That's the normal situation. Like, you don't know at the end of your lease whether your landlord's gonna renew you or like raise your rent like crazy amounts. So yeah, running a business is not easy. Yeah, the rent is high, the cost of running a business is high, but foot traffic is also high, so the chance of you making money, getting more customers is also high. So this street was a barbershop street that I used to get my hair cut at. This one right here, Kelly Salon.
Where'd you get this haircut?
This one I got
That's crazy, not here, he didn't say here. This block is a place that is typically known as Barber's Row. Now we're seeing it go through quite a development now. We've got an anime claw over here. Unfortunately, Tin's gift shop has closed, and there was a salon over there in the past, but that has now been converted to something else. So we're seeing quite a number of conversions that are happening on this block. Being able to preserve the history in which it used to be called Barber's Row is a little bit more difficult now. Simply being the fact that, I guess, business is changing. The idea of business back then used to be like very clustered, right? Like for Chinese people, you would
restaurants are all in one spot.
Yeah.
Barbershops are all
in one spot. Yeah, like whatever you're looking for, they tend to all get together, congregate in one area. Putting that all together was a way to kind of like centralize what you're looking for, allow you to shop through the options, right?
Bowery Street is the street where the accountants are, the lawyers are.
The restaurants, equipment.
Yeah.
But now Bowery's now transforming to like nightlife, whatever you want to call it, growth, gentrification. But at the end of the day, bottom line is change, right? And
I talked a lot about that earlier.
Yeah.
The only thing that's constant is change.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen, right? So it's like, how do we change with our neighborhood, / how do we maintain our identity here?
Yeah.
And that's a big piece of the puzzle that we've been trying to constantly reinforce within our team and our identity as a brand as we grow, because we struggle not only with keeping up with ourselves in terms of growth, but doing what we kind of came here to do, which is like have a piece of the neighborhood, be able to stay in the neighborhood, right? Like the idea of longevity is difficult, especially with the rising rates. And I think finding the right relationships, the right people to work with in those situations, the right landlords, you know, like this guy over here.
No.
But
This is the right guy to work with.
but like, if you work with the right people, I think you can make things happen. And I think that what keeps me very optimistic about being in this neighborhood and having this relationship with guys like yourself, a lot of other small business owners in the neighborhood, is that I think we come together in the right times of need, but also for the right times of growth. And that allows us to not only maintain our space, but to grow together. That's very important. So
Yeah.
I think that the willingness amongst the neighborhood to help each other is why we're here, why we're still here. Because at some point in time, there's going to be a place in time where some of the OGs on this block don't want to run this anymore.
Like that bakery, wow,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and actually, the low-key word on the street, I don't know if I can say this on camera yet, but like...
Oh yeah, I think it's out on the Chinese newspapers.
Okay, cool. We can say it.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like the Meilaiwa group took it, you know?
Yeah.
So they have like this spot over here, the one on Bayard, and now they have the one on Mott. So they got this little trifecta situation going on.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what the thought process behind that, but it's like, yo, if there's enough
be
deal
some-
flow,
yeah.
why not?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
not? There's enough customers coming in.
Yeah.
I think it's a good situation. At least it's like being taken in by the neighborhood.
It's change. It's another change.
Yeah.
That's the word of the video is change.
This is gonna turn into that what is it, Obama campaign?
Yeah, no, we reconnected when you first opened up the barber shop.
Really?
I think so.
Did you come in?
I did. You cut my hair, man.
Oh, of course. But then like that's when we first reconnected, when I cut your hair?
I feel like unless there was another time you remember.
All right,
maybe I
good.
forgot.
He must have tipped me well. That's why I still talk to him. Have you been here before?
I have not. I've not been here yet, but we should go sometime.
All right. See, Vince is taking me on a date. See, look at this guy.
My treat, you know? So this corner glasses shop used to be a Haagen-Dazs ice cream shop.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. And now it's just a glasses shop.
Damn, I don't want to say anything bad about the eyeglass shop, but I feel like I like the Haagen-Dazs more. I think we got enough eyeglass shops here.
Oh,
But I don't know.
This block is another.
I don't know, but you got glasses though. I don't, so I might be a little biased.
I'm about to get LASIK.
I think it's interesting because if you think about it, dessert ice cream is a thing in Chinatown because when you look at the menus, they don't have dessert. When did you go to a Chinese restaurant and be like, yo, we got the dessert menu, you want to take a look at it? You got to have an option for that. For all the people coming in the neighborhood that finished their meal, they're like, yo, what are we going to get next? And we got the original over here, which is the ice cream factory.
Well, this Chinatown ice cream factory's got some of the really most interesting flavors. It's got the egg tart flavor. It's got a durian flavor. This spot has been around since, as long as I can remember, since we were kids.
Basically, this spot is like the OG dessert spot. I don't know how many years it's been here, but
Decades,
it says
for
right here, 1978.
There we go, decades.
This is new right here, Lemono.
Lamomo, yeah.
I have yet to try it. Have you tried it yet?
I've tried it. It's very,
It's mid? Just say it like it is, bro.
it's very fragrant.
It's fragrant? Okay.
It's perfume tea, so.
Perfume tea.
It's very fragrant.
No, it's good?
One of the best.
One of the best?
Yes, they hang fresh.
Oh.
Hang fresh lemon. And beat it. Why you have to beat it? Because
Yeah.
perfume.
That's what you were saying.
Get the perfume out.
Yeah.
So it's fragrant.
我哋以前細個都係喺呢度打籃球噶嘛，咁係除咗呢度打籃球之外，我諗冇乜其他嘢，咁就想知道下以前
喺我面前死好多人，
哇
喺戲院嗰度死好多人，
喺戲院係咪包離街嗰間？
包連街、全工、金都，知唔知係？
金都
北高度，就係知唔知喺邊度咧？
唔知。
Catherine Street 同埋響 Eastbourne，以前係叫
哦以前係戲院嚟嘅
戲院嚟嘅，
哦
金都
OK
戲院。全工我睇住人哋打死人，嗰個人啊係鬼影仔嚟，叫排骨。
係啊。
OK， 佢已經着咗防彈衣㗎啦，但係咧入咗去之後咧，俾人自己有木咗佢，
哇！
咁咪響個頭開槍。
我諗你自己親眼見過好多。
好多，同埋喺街邊嗰度 Bowery 街 ，right here，Bowery 鬼影仔追去飛龍仔，飛龍仔又追翻嚟嗰陣時咧，嗰個鬼影仔就開槍打死個靚仔，就響 right in front of me。應該係76年到
咁幾時開始冇
gangster 係啊？嗱，呢個就係好多謝 Giuliani
係
Mayor，佢係 crack down 黑手黨，mafia。
I think the real gem that you can walk away here is that if you're younger, you have to keep an open mind.
Yeah, the
So what-
willingness to listen. You have to develop that.
Yeah.
Develop the willingness to listen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
唉
Thank you, Ray. 好
，OG
高興認識你。
OG。
加個微信又好，加個咩都得。